Hello and welcome to AWS Certified AI Practitioner Practice Test Set 1. This video is part of the AWS Certified AI/ML Bootcamp series. On behalf of the Cloud Expert Solution team, I would like to thank you for joining us and exploring this video. In this video, we'll give you a clear idea of the type of questions you can expect in the certification exam. We'll show you how to identify the correct answer or answers from the given choices. In this module, we'll also teach you the elimination method. If you are unsure about the correct answer, this technique will help you narrow down the options and choose the best possible answer you think. This screen print is taken from AWS Certified AI Practitioner Exam Guide. Let me explain the type of questions you will encounter during the certification. First, multiple choice questions. Here you need to pick one correct answer from the 4 options. Then multiple responses. In this type of questions, you need to select 2 or 3 correct answers from the 5 or more options. Followed by ordering. As the name suggests, you must arrange the options in the correct order. Then matching. For this type of questions, you need to match answers from 2 columns. To earn points, all the pairs must be matched correctly. And finally, there are case study questions. You will be given a scenario followed by 3 or 4 related questions. During the exam, you need to face 65 questions in total. Out of those, only 50 questions will count towards your score, while 15 questions will not affect your score. Before we begin, the Cloud Expert Solution team has a small request. We have noticed that many viewers enjoy our content without subscribing to our channel. If you have already subscribed, we sincerely thank you from the bottom of our hearts. If you haven't subscribed yet, we kindly ask you to take 30 seconds to subscribe and click the bell icon to get notification about our upcoming content. We are thrilled by the positive feedback we have received from many of our viewers. It motivates us to continue creating premium content for you. Please share your thoughts in the comment and don't forget to share this bootcamp with your friends to help them learn for free. Together we can make learning accessible to everyone. Let's jump and see some sample questions that you can expect during the certification. Here is the first question. A medical research organization wants to classify human genes into 25 categories based on the gene characteristics. The company needs a machine learning algorithm to document how the inner mechanisms of the model affects the output. Which machine learning algorithm meets these requirements? And the options are linear regression, logistic regression, decision tree, and neural network. If you need time to figure out the answer, you can pause the video here. Once you are done, you can join us. Now let's identify some critical words or phrases in the question. If you pay attention, this question talks about classify human genes into 25 categories. That is, we need a classification model. Then document how the inner mechanism of the model affects the output. This phrase is talking about interpretability of the model. We need highly interpretable classification models. Hence the answer is decision tree. But if you are not sure about the correct answer, then let me show you the method of elimination to figure out the correct answer from the given options. Let's start with the first option, linear regression. Linear regression is used for predicting continuous outcome, not for classification task. We need a model for classification work, hence this is not a correct option. Next option is logistic regression. While logistic regression is used for classification task, it typically used for binary classification, that means into 2 categories. Although it can be extended to multi-class classification, it does not provide the same level of interpretability as decision trees, especially when you are dealing with complex relationship in the data. Hence, this is also not the correct option. Next is neural network. Neural networks are very powerful for complex classification tasks, including those involving multiple categories. However, neural networks are considered as black box and neural networks does not provide any interpretability. Since we need a highly interpretable model or we need a model with high interpretability, hence this option is not also correct for us. The only remaining option for us is decision tree. Decision trees are highly interpretable models. They provide a clear visualization of how decisions are made at each node. And that is how it is making it easy to document and understand the inner mechanism of the model. This transparency is crucial for our understanding or use case. Hence, this is the correct answer. Using method of elimination, we have eliminated all the three incorrect options and we came to a conclusion that decision tree is the correct answer. We have covered machine learning models interpretability in greater depth in module 4.0 Guidelines for Responsible AI. Please review that video and clarify if you have any doubts regarding interpretability or explainability of machine learning models. Question number 2 is saying a media house is using a pre-trained large language model to generate marketing content for the upcoming media release. The organization needs the LLM's output to be concise and written in a specific style or language. Which solution the organization should implement to align the large language model's response to these requirements? Now let's review some important phrases in the question. The question is asking about LLM's output to be concise and written in a specific style or language. Here the question is talking about limiting the number of words in the response or number of tokens in the response and in a particular format. Now let's review all the options one by one. To start with the first option, choose a different size LLM. Changing the size of large language model, or that means using a smaller or larger model, does not directly influence the style or conciseness of the output. You can control the output size either from the parameters, you can limit the number of tokens from the output parameters, or you can use prompt template, or you can use enhanced prompt. There you can use negative prompting or even the prompt template to create a concise output. Hence, the option 1 is not correct for us. Now let's move to second option where it is talking about use a prompt template. A prompt template allows you to structure the input given into the LLM in a way that guides to produce the desired output. By specifying style, tone and language in the prompt, you can ensure that the generated content aligns with your requirement and conciseness and specific style. This is a potential correct answer. Let's mark it and review other options and check if there is any better option available for us. The third option is saying increase the temperature value. The temperature parameter controls the randomness of the output. Increasing the temperature makes the output more diverse and creative, but it does not ensure conciseness or adherence to a specific style. In fact, higher temperature can lead to less predictable and potentially less concise output. Hence, this is also not a correct option. The last option is increase the top K value. Top K value determines the number of top probable tokens to consider during generation. Increasing this value can lead to more varied output, but it does not directly control the style or conciseness of the content. It is more about diversity of the generated text. Hence, this is not the correct option. Then we have the option left, which is the prompt template, and hence prompt template is the right option for us. We have covered prompt engineering and prompt template in greater depth in module 3.4 prompt engineering deep dive section. Please review the video and clarify if you have any doubts regarding prompt engineering and prompt template. Moving to question number 3. Question number 3 is talking an online retail organization uses Amazon SageMaker to analyze customers' purchase history and return patterns. The company requires near real-time latency for data analysis. They process large datasets with size up to 1 GB and processing time up to 1 hour. Which SageMaker inference option best meets these requirements? Now let's identify the critical phrases in the question. First, it is talking about near real-time latency. Then it is talking the data sets with size up to 1 GB and processing time up to 1 hour. We have covered SageMaker model inferencing options and compared the options in terms of payload size, processing time and latency in Module 3.0 Amazon SageMaker Deep Dive. Please review the video and clarify if you have any doubts. If you have reviewed that video, it should be very easy for you. Now let's find out what is the right option for us. To start with, real-time inference. Real-time inference is designed to provide low latency predictions from milliseconds to seconds, making it suitable for applications that require real-time responses. However, this is not a best choice for large dataset or not for large processing time, because real-time inferences can support up to 6 MB of data and max processing time up to 60 seconds. Hence, this is not a correct option. Moving to next option, batch inference. Batch transform is used for offline batch processing of large dataset. It is not intended for real-time or near real-time inferences. The batch inference processes data in batches and returns results after the entire batch is processed. It supports up to 100 MB of data payload and up to 1 hour of processing time. Since we need a near real-time and the dataset is up to 1 GB, hence batch transform is not the correct option for us. Let's move to next option, serverless inference. Serverless inference is useful for applications with intermittent or unpredictable traffic, as it automatically scales the infrastructure. However, it may not be best choice for large data size or for long processing time, as it only support up to 6 MB of data and processing time up to 60 seconds. Hence, serverless inferencing is not the correct option for us. We have the last option, asynchronous inferences. Asynchronous inferences is designed for processing large dataset up to 1 GB, and it is suitable for tasks with longer processing time up to 1 hour. And this meets all our requirements. Hence, asynchronous inference is the right option for us. Let's move to question number 4. Question number 4 is saying an eyewear brand is building an AI-based solution to generate models of trendy sunglasses. The solution must ensure high accuracy and minimize the risk of incorrect annotations. Which solution will meet the organization's requirement? Let's first try to identify the important phrases from the question. It is talking about ensure high accuracy and risk of incorrect annotations. Now, with correct annotations with high accuracy, the question is hinting towards automatically generation of annotations or use human review to review those annotations that is created by machine learning solution. That means it is hinting towards human in the loop validation for any machine learning model's outcome. Now let's review the answers and select the most appropriate answer for you. For this, again we'll use method of elimination and we'll hash out all the obvious incorrect options. To start with, the third option. It is talking about data summarization by using Amazon QuickSight Q. Amazon QuickSight Q is a business intelligence or BI tool for data analysis and visualization. It is not designed for generating or validating image annotations. To achieve high accuracy and minimize incorrect annotations, you need human review, what QuickSight Q does not provide. That is why option 3 is incorrect for us. Next is option 4. It talks about image recognition by using Amazon recognition. Amazon recognition is a powerful tool for image and video analysis, but it does not provide a mechanism for human validation of annotation. Without human in the loop validation, there is a higher risk of incorrect annotations. Hence, Amazon recognition is not the correct answer or option for us. Now let's move to the second option, data augmentation using Amazon Bedrock knowledge base. Data augmentation is used to correct or generate data sets. If you have any data bias, then you need to balance the data set. This option is not talking about balancing the data set. It is talking about validating the annotations and mitigating the risk of incorrect annotations. Hence, Bedrock knowledge base also not an correct option as we don't need any training data. The last option is human in the loop validation using Amazon SageMaker Ground Truth Plus. This solution involves human annotators in the loop to validate and correct the annotations made by the machine learning model. This approach ensures high accuracy and minimizes the risk of incorrect annotations by leveraging human expertise to verify and refine the model's output. Hence, this is the correct answer for us. We have covered Amazon SageMaker Ground Truth or Reinforcement Learning with Human Feedback in Module 3.2 Amazon SageMaker Deep Dive. Please review the video and clarify if you have any doubts. Let's move to question number 5. Question number 5 is talking about an analytics company runs multiple data analytics workload in the cloud. The organization's data scientist is building a machine learning model using Amazon SageMaker to generate predictions. The organization needs a solution to share and manage variables for model development across multiple project teams. Which SageMaker feature satisfies this requirement? And the options are Amazon SageMaker Clarify, Amazon SageMaker Feature Store, Amazon SageMaker Model Cards, Amazon SageMaker Data Wrangler. Let's identify some important phrases in the question. The question is talking about share and manage variables across multiple projects. That means it is hinting towards sharing features across multiple project teams. Amazon SageMaker Feature Stores provides the required capability. If you know the answer, you can choose the option number 2. If you need to use method of elimination, let's use that and let me show you again. To start with, Amazon Clarify. Amazon Clarify is used for detecting bias and explaining models prediction. It is not designed for sharing and managing features across multiple teams. Hence, this is not the correct answer. Next, Amazon SageMaker Feature Store. The Feature Store is a centralized repository for storing, sharing, and managing features or variables used in the machine learning models. It allows multiple teams to access and collaborate on the same set of features, ensuring consistency and efficiency in model development. Hence, Feature Store is a probable correct answer or potential correct answer for us. Let's mark it and let's review other options. Moving to option number 3, SageMaker Model Cards. Model cards are used to document and share information about machine learning models, such as their intended use, performance metrics, and ethical considerations. They do not provide functionality for managing and sharing features. Hence, option number 3, Amazon SageMaker Model Cards is not the correct answer. The last option, Amazon SageMaker Data Wrangler. Data Wrangler is a tool for data preparation and transformation. While Data Wrangler helps in cleaning and preparing data for machine learning. It does not provide a centralized repository for sharing and managing features across teams. Hence, Amazon SageMaker Data Wrangler is also not the correct answer. For our use case, the correct answer is Amazon SageMaker Feature Store. We have covered all SageMaker components and their use cases in Module 3.0 Amazon SageMaker Deep Dive. Please review the video and clarify if you have any doubts regarding SageMaker different functionalities. Let's move to question number 6. Question number 6 is an example of multiple response questions. Here you need to select 2 correct answers from the given 5 choices. The question is saying, an online retail company operates a multilingual contact center application and wants to gain insights from customer conversations. The company needs to analyze and extract key information from the customer's call recording. Which AWS managed AI/ML services meet these requirements? Select 2 options. Let's identify important phrases embedded in the question. And it is talking about multilingual contact center. That means here we have more than one language that the contact center is processing. We need to gain insights from the customer conversations. That means we need to convert the audio calls to text, and then we need to extract key information from the customer call recording. Since we have multilingual customer calls, first we need to convert the voice to text, and then we need to convert other language to a common language like English. Now let's review the options we have for us. The first option, build a conversational chatbot using Amazon Lex. Amazon Lex is used to build conversational chatbots. While it can help in creating interactive voice and text interfaces, it is not designed for transcribing or translating call recording. We need to find out AWS services which can be used for transcribing and translating calls. That is why option 1 is not correct for us. Now let's try to identify any obvious incorrect option. The option number 4 is saying transcribe call recordings using Amazon Comprehend. Amazon Comprehend is a natural language processing service that can extract key information from text. However, it does not transcribe call recordings. It can be used in conjugation with Amazon Translate to analyze the transcribed text. But Amazon Comprehend cannot be used to transcribe calls. Hence, this option is also not correct option for us. Then extract information from call recordings using Amazon SageMaker Model Monitor. Amazon SageMaker Model Monitor is used to monitor the quality of machine learning models in production. It does not provide functionality for transcribing or translating call recordings. Hence, option number 5 is also wrong for us. We have option 2 and option 3, and let's review them. Option number 2 is saying translate other language call transcripts to English using Amazon Translate. Amazon Translate is a service that translates text between languages. It can be used to translate call transcript from other languages to English, enabling the company to gain insights from multilingual conversation. Hence, Amazon Translate is the correct answer. The third option is saying transcribe call recording using Amazon Transcribe. Amazon Transcribe is a service that can convert speech to text. It can transcribe call recording into text, making it easier to analyze and extract key information from customer conversations. Hence, this is also correct answer, and that left us 2 correct options: translate other language call transcripts to English using Amazon Translate, and then transcribe call recording. Here is the step-by-step process for you. First, you need to transcribe call recordings using Amazon Transcribe. Then you need to translate other language call transcripts to English using Amazon Translate. We have covered all AWS managed AI/ML services in Module 2.0 AWS AI/ML services overview video, and every services deep dive in the following modules under Module 2. Please review the module and clarify if you have any doubts regarding AWS Managed AI/ML services. Question number 7 is asking, an educational institution aims to develop an educational game that prompts probability questions to students. For example, a sample question might be, what is the probability of choosing the Queen of Diamonds from a deck of cards? Which solution meets these requirements with least operational overhead? Now let's identify important or critical phrases embedded in this question. It is asking prompt probability questions and it is saying least operational overhead. This question is indirectly asking what are the anti-patterns of machine learning, because probability is an use case which can be solved using rules and programming languages. For probability, you don't need any machine learning algorithms. That is why we have to find out the option which is the anti-pattern, or where we can easily solve probability with least operational overhead. Let's start with option 1. Option 1 is saying use supervised learning to create a regression model to predict probability. Supervised learning and regression models are typically used for predicting continuous outcomes based on input features. Using this approach to calculate simple probability would be unnecessarily complex and would involve significant overhead in terms of data preparation, model training, and maintenance. Hence, this is an anti-pattern of machine learning algorithm, and option 1 is not correct. Option 2 is talking use reinforcement learning to train a model to return the probability. Again, machine learning is an anti-pattern of probability, and reinforcement learning is used for training models to make a sequence of decisions by maximizing some notion of cumulative rewards. Normally, reinforcement learning is used for game design. It's not suitable for straightforward probability calculations. Hence, this is also an anti-pattern and not a correct option. Option number 3 is talking use code that will calculate probability by using simple rules and computations. This approach involves writing straightforward code to calculate the probability based on basic probability rules. Hence, this is the potential correct answer for us. Let's hold this answer and review the remaining option. The option 4 is saying unsupervised learning to create a model that will estimate probability density. Unsupervised learning is again used for finding pattern or structures in data without labeled outcome. Estimating probability density is more complex and not necessary for simple probability calculations like we have in this example. Again, this is an anti-pattern and it's not the correct option for us. So we have the only right option, which is option number 3, and this is the correct answer for us. We have covered supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning from module 1.3 to 1.7. Please review those modules and clarify if you have any doubts. Let's move to question number 8. Question number 8 is saying a medical institute has petabytes of unlabeled cancer images and wants to use this data for medical diagnosis. The goal is to classify the images based on the stages of cancer to enable early detection. Which methodology should the institute adopt to meet these requirements? Let's identify critical or important phases. We have unlabeled data. We need to classify the images and we need to use that image for enable early detection. That means we need to find out cancer at early stages which is not obvious in human eyes. Now let's review the options. First, supervised learning. Supervised learning requires labeled data to train the model. And here we have unlabeled data. And since the institution's data is unlabeled, supervised learning is not suitable for this task. If we need to use that, it would require significant effort to label the data before training the model. Hence, it's not the correct answer. Let's try to find out other incorrect options, and we'll start with option number 3, reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is used for training models to make a sequence of decisions by maximizing some notion of cumulative rewards. It is typically used to build games, and it is not typically used for clustering or classifying data into tiers, especially when we are dealing with unlabeled data. Hence, reinforcement learning is not the correct answer for us. The fourth option, reinforcement learning from human feedback or RLHF. RLHF is a variant of reinforcement learning that incorporates human feedback to improve the model's performance. While it can be useful in certain scenarios, it is not the most appropriate method for classify unlabeled customer data into tiers, and we need an early detection. That is why reinforcement learning from human feedback is also not the correct option. The only option is unsupervised learning, and unsupervised learning is used to find patterns or groupings in data without labeled outcomes. Since the company has petabytes of unlabeled medical data, unsupervised learning methods like clustering or K-means clustering can be used to classify cancer images into cancer stages based on similarities in the data. This approach helps in identifying natural grouping within the data, which can then be used for early detection. Hence, the correct option is unsupervised learning. We have covered supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning in Module 1.3 to Module 1.7. Please review these modules to clarify any doubts you have regarding machine learning model training. Moving to question number 9. Question number 9 is asking, an online retail organization wants to use AI-based security measures to protect its applications from security threats. The AI solution needs to check if an IP address is from a suspicious source. Which solution meets these requirements? Let's identify important phrases from this question. It is talking about AI-based security measure. An IP address is from a suspicious source. At first glance, this may seem application security questions for firewall, but it's hinting for anomaly detection. That is, we need to identify unusual patterns or outliers in the inbound IP without prior labeling. This question is looking for unsupervised learning with anomaly detection. Let's review the options. The first option, build a speech recognition system. It is totally out of context. Speech recognition systems are used to convert spoken language into text. They are not relevant to the task of checking an IP address from a suspicious source or to detect anomaly. Hence, this is not the correct option. Option number 2, create a fraud forecasting system. While a fraud forecasting system can be useful for predicting fraudulent activity, it typically relies on historical data and supervised learning. It is not specifically designed for real-time anomaly detection or real-time anomaly detection of IP addresses. That is why option number 2 is also an incorrect option. Option 3, use regression-based ML algorithms. Regression algorithms are used for predicting continuous outcomes based on input features. They are not suitable for anomaly detection tasks, which require identifying outliers or usual pattern in the data. Hence, option 3 is also an incorrect option. Option 4, implement unsupervised learning anomaly detection system. Unsupervised learning anomaly detection systems are designed to identify unusual patterns or outliers in the data without prior labeling. This approach is effective for detecting suspicious IP addresses, as it can learn from normal behavior of IP addresses and flag those that deviates from the normals or potential threats. That is why option 4 is the correct option for us. Now let's review question number 10. Question number 10 is asking, an AI practitioner plans to use Amazon Bedrock to build a search application. The application must process inputs in both text and image format. handling both types of queries effectively. Which foundational model should the AI practitioner select? And we have the option image generation model, multimodal generation model, multimodal embedding model, text embedding model. Now let's identify the critical phrases. The question is talking about processing inputs from multiple modalities, that means text and images in our case, and it is talking about creating embeddings on top of that. So which foundation model has the capability? Let's review the options one by one. Image generation model focuses on creating images based on certain inputs such as text description or other images. It is not designed for processing and embedding text inputs. So it would not be suitable for a search application that needs to handle both text and image queries. That is why option 1 is incorrect for us. Next option is multimodal generation model. A multimodal generation model is typically used for generating content that involves multiple modalities, such as generating images from text description. While it can handle multiple modalities, it is not specifically designed for embedding and searching purpose. We need multimodal, not multi-generation model. That is why option 2 is also incorrect. Option 3, multimodal embedding model. Multimodal embedding model is designed to handle and process inputs from multiple modalities such as text, images, and all. These type of models can effectively create embeddings for both text and image inputs. It makes it suitable for a search application that needs to handle queries in both formats. Hence, option number 3 is a correct option for us. Let's tick it and let's check the last option. Option number 4 is talking text embedding model. Text embedding model is specialized for processing text input only. It cannot handle image inputs, so it would not meet the requirements of processing both text and image queries. Hence, text embedding model or option 4 is an incorrect option. As Cloud Expert Solution team received multiple requests from our viewers to create sample questions. If you like this video, please let us know your feedback. If you want us to create more videos on sample questions, please drop your request there. We will be happy to create similar type of sample questions to give more diversified questions or give you an idea about what type of questions you can expect during the certification. Please stay tuned and explore other modules from the bootcamp playlist for a comprehensive understanding of the topics required for the certification. That wraps up this module. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more update, and feel free to drop any question or feedback in the comments. We would love to hear from you. I hope this session helped you gain a deeper understanding and brought you one step closer to your learning goals. Thank you very much for watching and learning with us at Cloud Expert Solution. See you in the next module.